What's going on, everyone? I am the YuGiOh Scrub, but as always, you can call me Bailey if you're subscribed. Consider subscribing if you're not already. Help me reach 500, then 1,000, then 1 million. That's the progression that I want to see. But if you don't want to subscribe, I can't make you do anything. Anyways, let's talk about this deck because I'm going to be playing a Amaryllis deck, as you can see today. You know, it's kind of standard, but I have a little flair in there, the little YuGiOh Scrub flair. We're going to go with 3 Amaryllis and 3 Titanial, you know, the standard level 8 monsters. Then, of course, Lone Fire Blossom and Dandelion, the other best plants in the game. The third best plant in the game, maybe you could say 4th, 5th, 6th, somewhere in there. Mystic Tomato. Hard to call it a plant, though technically it is, because it really doesn't do anything with plants besides just being a plant. But it gets us a Sandgan, which can search, you know, good couple monsters in this deck you'll see. Plague Spreader or Necro Gardener. Good discards for Quick Draw Synchron, because we're playing the Quick Draw package in Amaryllis. I mean, I think that it's a great card to get Amaryllis into the graveyard, can pitch Dandy, can pitch our Volcanic counters, as you see here, our Plague or Necro. We're playing 2 Lila. I don't love the Lightsworns in this deck. You need to run them because you need some milling power. So we're just running 2 Lila and a charge. Also, of course, helps get rid of back row. 1700 body can sometimes beat over a monster, then pop a back row. You know, it does its thing. 1 Debris Dragon, just because it's a great normal summon. You can make awesome synchros with it. You have to run it. You know, it's a no-brainer. 3 Volcanic counter. I know this is a little outdated in the Amaryllis decks, but I think it's really funny. Also, I realize I have a headphone in. I'm talking a little louder than I realized, but that's what you do. When you're playing and making a YouTube video, you gotta talk loud. You gotta be intense, you know? You gotta get the body moving. What am I doing? And then, last but not least for the monsters, we're playing 2 Lava Golem. It's a level 8 for trade-in, so it's great in that aspect. It's a fire for Volcanic counter. It does some burn damage. It's a weird kind of can pop stuff. It also works with Hidden Armory and Miracle Fertilizer because you can't normal summon or set, so it kind of is this interesting package where both Hidden Armory, Miracle Fertilizer, and Lava Golem all have the same condition. So you can use each of them in the same turn, but obviously you can't normal summon or set, which is a little unfortunate. Only traps are playing 3 Phoenix Wing. We have a bunch of cards that we want to discard, want to get rid of the Titanial, want to get rid of the Amaryllis, want to get rid of the Dandelions, the Necro, the Plague, the Volcanic counters. The trade-ins, Miracle Fertilizer brings stuff back, the Hidden Armories, the DDR, Mark of the Rose, you know, all pretty standard stuff. You guys have seen it before. Extra deck, maybe some cards in there, obviously Drill Synchrons, you know, I'm not sure, I just threw it together pretty quickly. But it could be optimized more. Heavy Storm in the side, if we need it, we can bring it in. We also got the Decrees, Skill Drains. This deck, because it is kind of graveyard reliant, doesn't really rely too much on the actual cards on field. The Skill Drain works as a good side deck card. DD Crow, we're just going to go into it. You know, you guys know what all these cards do. I've already talked about it enough. And let's go ahead. I apologize in the last video. I didn't realize that, for whatever reason, the ads on Dueling Book that have been there... Oh, God. What was it called? It was Golem Amaryllis. You can see all my decks here, because I don't get rid of any, so many of them are just old. Wow, this is so unprofessional. You know me, the YuGiOh Scrub. There we go. Set its default. The pinnacle of professionalism, the YuGiOh Scrub. That is me. But you can, guys, if you saw the last video, I mean, already right here. What is going on? I don't want to show this. Let's go ahead and play. Well, you guys are going to be seeing ads by Google. I apologize greatly. I thought I fixed this. You know what? What can we do? What if I do some on the fly? Do this. There you go. I swear it was like that earlier. Okay. Standby main. Opening hand. Phoenix Wing. Phoenix Cluster Amaryllis. Necro Gardener. Volcanic counter. Sandgan. And charge. I don't know why a token got made. Okay. We will go ahead and start by activating the charge of the Light Brigade. Milling 3 cards. Milling Quick Draw. Lone Fire. And MST. Getting ourselves a Lila. And do I want to normal summon the Sangan? I think I might. Yeah, we'll normal summon Sangan and set Phoenix Wing. Apologies for that little mishap. And I'm getting DD Designator. Alright. This is an interesting card. So we will banish the Lila. And he just ends. Volcanic counter. Alright, what do we want to do, if anything? Let's go ahead and shuffle the hand. We will set a volcanic counter and attack with the Sangan. Okay, he's got a fader. Interesting. Very interesting. He's going to banish the Sangan. I'll take 1,000. And he'll send the volcanic counter to grave. Alright, so Caius on board. Let's just go ahead and normal summon the Lila. Go to end phase. And mill 3. Milling Titanial. And an Amaryllis and a volcanic counter. Alright, so we special summon the Amaryllis by banishing Titanial. If he doesn't do anything here, if he just goes to battle and tries to attack over the Lila, I might Phoenix Wing. Brain Control. Targeting the Lila. Okay. If he's going to use the Lila effect, that's fine. I will discard the volcanic counter and target the Caius. Lila still goes to defense. Defense. Because it still would destroy. And Amaryllis will do 800 damage. He then tributes my Lila with his substitute. Getting a Treeborn. So he's putting a Duplock on field, almost certainly. Going through his frogs. Special summoning a few swaps. A few Treeborns. I do like the Frog Engine. I like the idea of just thinning your deck completely. Alright, so he ends with 2 dupes. Mark of the Rose. Does not do anything for us. I don't believe so. But we will go ahead and just set the Necro Gardener. Probably could have special summoned an Amaryllis, but actually I don't know if I want to because I know it would banish the Lone Fire. Does he have another Caius in hand? We'll see. He also might not know. I mean, we'll see. Mouse is all wonky. There we go. If he tributes safer, Caius here. Festalos. Okay. Flipping a coin. And it's 100. Yep. I take 800 damage from the Festalos effect. Then Necrogardna goes to grave. And I get a Phoenix Swing. Okay, we'll just go ahead and set the Phoenix Swing and end. I'm hoping he goes ahead and just attacks with a Thestalos, because I think I just have game. He needs to know what the volcanic counters do. Let's go ahead. Banish the Necrogardna. Alright, so he knows, unfortunately. Was kind of hoping I'd get a free game win. But what I could actually do next turn. Let's just make sure. When you take battle damage. Yep, so I could... Let's think. 21 times 3, 63. So actually, yep, I have to do it this way. So we'll Mark of the Rose. Banishing Lone Fire. Actually, let's go Dupe Frog. Next, we will Dandelion, target the other Dupe Frog. Well, Phoenix Wing, targeting Dupe Frog. Discarding Dandelion, getting 2 tokens, and that's game! Sweet. Okay. What do we want to bring in? Skill Drain seems interesting in this matchup. Lilas are likely to be dead. Take out the MST. 1 Phoenix Wing, maybe. Nah. I think I can take out the volcanic counters and the lava golems. Bring in Kaiku as well. Yeah, just 1 Kaiku should be good. I appreciate him not rule sharking because I targeted the Treeborn Frog really quickly and then forgetting I wouldn't be able to have attacked because he had the dupe block on field. He goes ahead. Okay, so RMC Hunter. This is the second time I'm seeing this in a pretty quick succession from a game the other day. Interesting tech card in Frogs. I don't know where exactly it came from. I imagine it was recently in a deck profile somewhere. Let's go ahead, though, and activate Trade-In. Opening hand, DD Crow, Phoenix Wing, Titanial, Mark of the Rose, Mystic Tomato, and Trade-In. Use Trade-In, discarding Titanial. Drawing 2 cards. We will then go ahead and set the tomato and set a skill drain. So RMC Hunter, he might feel pretty good attacking into things. Well, he does. We'll go ahead and activate the tomato. And what do I want to get? Here we go again. I don't know exactly what happened, but things got big. We'll go ahead and special summon the Sangan. Yeah, it's as if an ad disappeared on me. So, hopefully you guys, it's alright. Draw Foolish Burial. We can Foolish a Dandelion. Get 2 tokens, but that doesn't do much for us. I think I just want to change Sangan to defense. And maybe set... Should we just... Yeah, we'll Foolish. Maybe the Necro. Necro or Plague. We'll Foolish the Necro Gardener. I feel like I would rather draw a Dandelion. I also have more access to Dandelion than other things, so he has 5 cards in hand right now. I know you guys can't see it. I apologize again. I'm kind of annoyed. I'd either rather deal with the ads or not. But don't make them disappear when I'm in the middle of recording a video. Alright, he just ends his turn. I draw Hidden Armory. Let's go ahead and activate Hidden Armory. Milling 1. Getting ourselves a DDR to hand. And getting... So he gets rid of the DDR. That's fine. I wasn't really going to do it. I was more just doing it for the mills. But he knows I have a DD Crow now, which is unfortunate. And we'll just end here. Hopefully he summons a monster. I would love for him to try to attack over the Sangan. Okay, he has Substitute. That actually is really stupid. I'll commit to it because I flipped it. But he does still get the monster. Completely spaced right there. It is whatever, though. He gets rid of a token. Do I go ahead? We'll hit an Armory. Milling a Miracle Fertilizer. Getting DDR back to hand. And my opponent quit. Okay, well, let's go again. That wasn't a good ending. And fortunately, looking at my screen here on OBS, it does seem alright. Am I going to win rock, paper, scissors? Oh! Don't win rock, paper, scissors. How terrible. Let's see if I can adjust this for you all. Two videos in a row have an edit on the fly because Dueling Book randomly decides to switch screens on me. All right. Do I want to hit an Armory right away? I don't think I do. But I might. No, I want to keep it a little secret. We'll go ahead. Hopefully it's a Raikou. Hopefully it's a Raikou. It's a hamster. It's always the hamster. Whenever I'm predicting a Raikou, it's the hamster. Okay. And we'll just end our turn there. He's going to do some more damage. Unfortunate. He can flip the Raikou, but whatever if he wants to target the volcanic counter. He might just mill. No, he summons Card Trooper. If he's smart, he'll flip Hamster to attack. Alright, so this is like the worst play for me. Maybe I should have hit an Armoried. Does he have game? $200, $1,100, and $1,900. Unfortunately, no Gores. Probably should throw Gores in this deck. Alright, draw. Oh, and that has to be banished. He doesn't take anything, though, because there's no Fire Grave, but it's a mandatory effect. Let's go ahead and special summon this in defense, getting rid of his hamster and his card trooper. We will then hit an armory, milling a lone fire, and getting ourselves Mark of the Rose, probably. Or do we do DDR? Maybe we do DDR. And then we DDR, pitching a volcanic counter, getting our other volcanic counter, and then we attack over the YuGiOh. And we set our Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. He takes 1,000 damage in standby phase from the Lava Golem. And if he attacks over the volcanic counter, I Phoenix Swing, hit the back row after attack deck. I would take 2,700. He would take 2,700 times 2. Alright, we will Phoenix Swing, targeting the back row. And then we will declare, banish both of these. So most likely I'm dead. But if I can find a way to somehow survive a turn, then I might have something here. Mark of the Rose would be a play. This is why I like this deck, because things like this with the Lava Golem and those volcanic counters can pump a bunch of damage, and if your opponent hasn't thought of all those little combinations, then you can steal wins. Kind of like we did in the first match. He sets a monster, sets a back row, sets 2 back row, sets 3 back row. Necro Gardna. Alright, so we'll just set the Necro Gardna and end, because that's all we can do. He takes 1,000. Honestly, the Necro Gardna might have been the most clutch draw. Depending on what he has, it might be just enough to survive. Probably not, but we will see. He's got to find a way to get it off the board, or win this turn. But say he only has... So he's got a YuGiOh. Milling Necro, Bottomless Icarus attack. So he's got to have a monster here. He's got the Vayu. So let's see what goes on. We'll play it out just to see. Volcanic counter unfortunately doesn't activate like as I take damage. We'll banish the Necro. We'll force him to take 200 damage. And unfortunately, he gets game 1. Okay. Didn't go our way. And the cat is at my feet. Love this cat, but oh my goodness. Kaikus seem good. Soul Release seems good. Heavy Storm seems good. And DD Crow seems good. Maybe even Decree. Let's bring in a bunch of hate. Apologies, guys. I do have to check my texts real quick. My girlfriend, you know, gotta text him back. She is waiting for important news and unfortunately hasn't gotten it yet. So, you know, have to be supportive. That's what we do. Opening hand, Lila, Necro, Lonefire, Decree, Foolish, Trade-in. I think we can go ahead and Foolish a Dandelion. And then we will declare, after summoning the Lonefire, getting rid of one Dandelion token, summoning the other Lonefire, getting rid of the other Lonefire that's in attack mode, and summoning a Titanial, and setting a Royal Decree. So now we have an untargetable Titanial and a way to stop all of his trap cards. I don't want to say untargetable, but a Titanial that can negate the effects of targeting cards. Because I have 2 plants on the field. We'll go ahead and end phase activate the Royal Decree. I imagine that's an Icarus attack that is face down. We will go ahead. Is it a hamster? No, it is a Vayu. And we'll pop this. It's a Mirror Force, okay. And we'll mill 3 and end phase. Alright, milling. Unfortunately, both of our quick draws. That does suck. Let's go ahead and we'll summon another Titanial. Summon the Sangan. He's definitely showing gores. Yep. And we'll attack over the gores. Hitting him for 100. End phase. Declare, and we'll mill 3 more. MST, okay, we get an Amaryllis. Unfortunately, can't do anything with it at the moment, though. You got a DD Crow in hand if he tries to do any shenanigans with that Vayu. Or if he finds a way to get a Necro. Actually, Necro Garner can chain itself, so can't DD Crow it. It's a really weird card where it can chain, obviously, or activate in response to an attack and negate it. But it also can just activate whenever. Okay. What do we want to do here, if anything? I don't have any tuners. I think we just switch this to defense, go to end phase. I swear, he might be able to actually deck us out. Because this Lila is going to keep going through cards. And I don't know if we have a way to out this token at the moment. Not when it's in defense position. He's just ending his turn. Get another Amaryllis. I can normal summon this card, right? Yes, I can. Correct. Can't be special summoned. Okay. So we'll tribute the Sangan in Lila. Declare the Sangan effect. Searching ourselves. Do we go... Yeah, probably Plague so we can make a Bryo or something. Or Cataster. Yeah, we'll get the Plague. And then we will attack. We'll take 600 to grave. And he takes 800. Because when this card attacks, it is destroyed after damage calculation. And if it's destroyed, they take 800. Don't know if he knows this ruling. Not gonna lie, I'm not a great player too, so am I missing anything? Okay, there we go. And in end phase, we'll declare is it a cost to banish? And declare the other one. Alright, he's scooping. Alright, there we go. I will have to look that up. Guys, if you know in the comments, correct me. Is Phoenix Cluster a cost in order to special summon? I'm looking for the semicolon there, but it might just not be updated. I don't know if it happens all at once or if it's one of those if you special summon it. Because it says like you can remove from play one plant type monster to special summon it. So if it doesn't get special summoned, I don't know if it actually removes the monster. Yeah, I think this is what I want to go with still. Skill Drain could be good for the Raikou stuff, but I think Decree is better. I also have the Kaikus in. My opponent is sideboarding. Hope you all are having a great day. Did I say this in the beginning? My go-to line, if you're not having a great day, go make it a better day. And then you can come back and watch my video. Maybe you today has been great, and you're falling asleep to this video right now, to the sound of my soothing voice. When did that become a thing? At what point did people realize that falling asleep with YouTube on was just a normal thing? Because I feel like a few years ago you just started seeing everyone upload their videos in full. So like every series they had is now uploaded as one long 10-hour video that you can fall asleep to. Which, genius. How much money do they get? The retention time is just crazy. Okay, interesting. He does have a Greffer. Alright, so is he going to go in? He might have DDV right away. If he sets a card, almost certainly. Okay. I'm expecting to get Deck Devastation virused. Yep. So let's go ahead and normal summon the Lila. Declare the Lila. And end phase, we'll mill 3. Don't want to trade in with the Titanial yet because any card I draw could just get DDV'd immediately. If he doesn't summon a monster, I don't know. No, I probably wouldn't Necro Gardener, not yet. Besides, he does summon a monster. I'll take 1700 from the Dark Grepher attack. Does he special summon anything? No, he does not. Okay. I think the play here, only because I got the Miracle Fertilizer, is to Titanial. And to show him, I just milled them. That's why I milled. Getting Titanial and Foolish. Next, I will Miracle Fertilizer. Alright, unfortunate. But that's fine. Because I can hit an Armory. Milling an Amaryllis, perfect. Getting, where is it, DDR? Is DDR milled? Yes, it is. Activate the DDR. Getting a Titanial. Activate the Foolish. Pitching a Dandy. Getting our 2 fluff tokens. And do we attack over the Grepher? No, we need to get rid of the Tuner. Because he could make a Black Rose. And that is turn 2. Or is that turn 3? Hold up. I think that's turn 2. We'll go with it, turn 2. Probably should have brought out the Amaryllis there. Gets rid of 1 token. We will go ahead and activate the Miracle Fertilizer. Targeting Titanial. And attacking. Does he have a Mirror Force? I don't think so. Takes 1100 from that attack. Plus 28. And I feel like we're in a pretty commanding position. Yep, 11 plus 28. End phase. Let's go ahead and we'll banish the Lone Fire. Special summoning an Amaryllis in defense. And there we go. GG's. See what he's saying. Sure. Alright. Looking hard, yes. I mean, my deck is literally designed to be as explosive as possible. Again, okay, let's do some work here. I'm going to show off the deck. Okay, I'm not going to go too crazy right now, but there you go. We got the Amaryllis, we got the Titanials. I talked about it all before. I had the Lava Golem and Volcanic Counter. I really like it game 1. Games 2, 3, you saw me side it out. I think it's kind of one of those things that it steals game 1 and then your opponent plays around it a bit, or they side heavily into getting out of it, and then you just don't use it because it's not in your deck anymore, and you bring in cards like Skill Drain or Decree that have more of an impact on the actual game. Because I feel like that's a really good strategy. Obviously, the whole point of sideboarding is to bring in stuff that impacts your opponent, specifically your opponent's deck based on the matchup. But game 1, you want to almost do what your deck does best as aggressively as possible. And in this case, what my deck does aggressively is put a ton of damage on board very, very fast. Obviously, you can brick hard, but Amaryllis has always had that problem. But it's kind of mitigated because trade-in, you have more targets because you're running not just the regular 6/8s, you're also running 2 Lava Golems. You have extra discard fodder with the Volcanic Counters, Necrogarden of Plague, though those are a little bit more standard. The Quick Draw can also get cards out of hand. So I think it's pretty good because sometimes the Volcanic Counter, as you saw in one of those games, doesn't have the Fire Engrave. Well, the discard fodder helps mitigate that. So if you guys like the deck, let me know. Leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz, and we'll see you when I upload this video. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.